Tyler Henry. Remember the name. Well, I've completely lost my mind, to be honest with you, how that man has gone and performed when it mattered the most last night. I can't believe it. I'll always say I can never say I've never had a bad word to say about Tyler Smith. I love the man. He's a great guy. He always comes across well, and to be fair, he always has done. But in terms of coming up with a goal like that, you're through on goal, 1-on-1, big moment, big pressure. Miss that, and you're going, you're in the dustbin. You're in the dustbin. Right? There's no way back there. You can get fouled off to Spennymoor or wherever. You know, there's Barley United, wherever you want, whatever club is your local, you name it, because he does not deserve. But he didn't, and now he's like R9 Ronaldo running through. It was an unbelievable finish. Timed his run, the old bit play. It's just a long throw, great header by Wright, an unbelievable header by Chapman because he's come from nowhere, just challenged for it, nipped in. The weakest header you'll see in his life, but the most effective one to Andy Cook. He could be a ballerina, that man. He's 6'2", 6'3", but the way he turns from his defender, the twinkle toes to find Tyler Smith, who slots it into a corner, and it's just explicit. It's unbelievable, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't know how many times I've said I can't believe it in the last 18 hours or however long it's been since the final whistle went and Tyler Smith scored that. But I just can't believe it. And I'm probably boring you already, but it's just incredible what's happened recently. You go as far back as the Grimsby game. I think it's important to go back. I mean, there's been moments this season where you look at the Forest Green defeat. That should have been a win. If we won that, it's in our hands. Go back to Sutton. The bottom two teams, if we win those, we're already in the playoffs. We drew to Colchester. It's always those games. It happened last season. It denied us last season. Struggling against the bottom six in the league, not getting the wins that you need to win. You need to beat teams around you, but if you can't beat the teams at the bottom, then how can you expect to challenge the teams around you? They're must wins. They're the wins that everyone's getting. But I say must win. It's stupid of me to say that because I've been thinking about it. It's like, right, must win is when it's mathematical. You need to win, and that's what we've got to do Saturday, and that's what we had to do today. You've got to fight to the death to win those games. But if you lose or you draw, it's over, and Saturday's just another must win. Newport haven't won in 7. They've lost all 7, in fact. Barrow were coming into it on a bad run. They go to Mansfield. Mansfield won their last 4. Barrow, I think they haven't won in 7 and lost 6, or haven't won in 6 and lost 5. It's hopeful. Crawley, they haven't won in 4. They play a Grimsby side who have won 3 in the last 5 and lost 4 in 14 games. It's all pointing one way, and that's Bradford City probably bottling it. But you've got to believe it, and if the players can keep performing how they are, I believe they can do it. I believe we can get over the line. Whether results go our way, it's in our hands through what we've done in the 46 games. We've bottled certain games, we've gone on bad runs, and that's why you do deserve to be wherever you are. If we get top 7, we deserve to be there because that's what we've ended up doing. Other teams, that's their problem for not capitalising. But I just can't believe how we're in this position, because back in February, we're miles away, even, Harrogate. It's like, how have teams fallen away so badly that we're in this position? And like, you look at Barrow, I mean, even Crewe can drop out, but we better hope they don't, because if Crewe drop out, that means we are in it. But it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy what's happened this season. And it only feels like 2 minutes ago we were at the first game against Crawley, and fast forward and we're at the last game against Newport now, and I can't wait for it. I'm bloody excited for it, but I'm bloody nervous. I mean, I can't. I've been pacing up and down all day. Just saying I can't believe it, and it's just incredible that we're in this position where there's something to fight for, and that's people saying it's the hope that kills you. It is, but if you don't have hope, then that's what you want. You want hope. Where there's hope, there's life, and to dream is to dare. To do is to dream. To dream is to live. To live is to dream. Whatever the bloody word is. But if you're dreaming, just dream. And if you dream, some things you can dream about, it can happen. Other things it can't. You might dream about living in a mansion, or being a presenter on Sky Sports News like myself, and it won't happen. But you can dream about Bradford City winning the playoffs, and there's a good chance it could. Last time we got out of League Two, we finished 7th with 69 points after scrambling our way into 7th at last gasp. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I am as well, because I think it can. I think it absolutely can. I think it will. You've heard it here. You've heard it here. I think we'll get it. It's out of our hands, but there's something in the air. There's something supernatural going on. There's some witchcraft going on. It's just all too weird what's going on. I just can't believe it. Tyler Smith running through and go, oh my God, he's gone and scored. It's 2-1. We've won in the last minute. Salford, 86th minute, Brad Halliday of all players to score an absolute screamer. Basically another last minute winner against Salford. Walsall come back from 2-0 down. First time we've come back from 2-0 down to win a game since 2015. With 10 men as well, fighting last 20 minutes. Balls scrambling across the line, hitting the bar, hitting the post, shots wide, and it just felt like Walsall couldn't score. We hung on, we stayed in there, we had the character to survive the adversity, and that's what we did again last night. Even Grimsby, 1-1, Brad Halliday goes up, he's about to score, he wins a penalty, Smallwood has the composure to score it. If we lost that game, it's over now. We're not talking about this now. If we lose that game, we could even have lost a couple more, because momentum's huge, and that scoring in the last minute against Grimsby give us momentum to go into Gillingham and win. For Brad Halliday to score from 25 yards out, it's just, like I say, I've described those goals, the goals we've scored, the type of goals we've scored, the moments in which we've scored them, and the players that have scored them. I mean, the moments in last night's game, it's Tyler Smith scoring a last minute winner with a composure. I mean, it is a Terry Henry finish. He opens up his body, he's got the pace, the intelligence to make the run. It's unbelievable. And he's gone and scored the winner. The guy who I compared to Jimmy Savile a couple of weeks ago, because he's a predator in the box against kids. He's not. He's just a predator in the box. He's a prostitute now, and he's a serial one at that as well. He's unbelievable. And I've changed my mind on him now. He's next season 30 goals Tyler Smith, and I bloody hope he does as well. Confidence is a big thing. Hopefully he can kick on. He's starting Saturday, because he's got that confidence now, the adrenaline to take it into next game against Newport. If you come on, if you prove that you've got the fight, if you come on and do well, you deserve to keep your place. And I'm not going to do my player ratings, because when I do match reactions, I like it to be instant, and it's nearly a day on, so it ain't exactly instant. But I'll be doing the 6 things we learnt, so we might talk about them. But Callum Kavanagh, absolutely shocking. So got into good areas, but the chance he missed. Tyler Smith, there's your chance, and that might be all it takes for him. But I hope it does, because the point in criticising players that they respond, and it's justified, and I thought it was. And he's gone and scored that goal. And who knows what he can go and do now. But yeah, an absolutely unbelievable moment. Sam Walker's blunder, you wouldn't have bet your life on Sam Walker to have done that previous to the game. If I told you, you'd have said, close my eyes and call me Sally, because you're lying. It's just wrong. He wouldn't have done that, and he's gone and done it. Ruben Zlattelmeyer, it's Bobby Poynton scoring as well. Bradford lad. It's an unbelievable goal, roof of the net, absolute rocket, and that's happened a bit recently as well. And again, couldn't be happier for him, living his dream, scoring goals and carrying Bradford City towards the playoffs. So the dream's still alive. There's still a chance. Whether we'll get it, I don't know. There's a long way to go. There's still 90 minutes of football to go, and that game, unless it's comfortable, which it never is with City, that is going to be the worst 90 minutes of my life, because my heart's going to be pounding. So I might not make the match reaction at Saturday night, but it's going to be an incredible 90 minutes where I'm just excited for it. I'm nervous, but I'm excited, because, like I said earlier, if you win it, then that's all you want. If it's a very serious thing, is football. There's highs, there's lows. If Tyler Smith misses that, or even if he don't get it, the chance he had before, where it's the Gazza-like chance where he slings his body out and it just passes him by, and it's one of those again for Tyler Smith where he don't quite get on the end of it. He's in the right position, but he don't get onto it, and that could have broke him. That could have been that. That's what he's remembered for. Same with Walker. that blunder. That's what he's remembered for. But they aren't now, and that's it. It's a very serious thing, But if you're in a relegation battle, it goes down to the last game of the season. Embrace it, because it's drama. If you're in a playoff race, final game of the season, it's drama, title, promotion. That's football. That is it. That is the beast of it. There's highs, there's lows, and this season has been the ultimate of that. It's been an absolute roller coaster. There's been the lowest of lows. There's been protests. There's been people saying, "Why? You're well done with the protests. They did well, didn't they? You're in the playoffs. When you're going to be protesting next?" The protest worked, because if you didn't do the protest, you don't get the open letter from Stephen Rupp. You don't get David Sharp coming in the summer to rebuild the recruitment structure, because it's completely wrong. If you don't get the protest, then I think it probably gave everyone a kick inside the building as well. What we're doing ain't good enough. I think it made everyone realise they've got to step up a gear. And then more internal things will have improved from the protest as well. And it gave everybody a kick. So I think the protest couldn't have gone any better, to be honest with you, again. But what I'd say to that is, if you are one of those people who's criticising protests or whatever, shut up. Get on with it. It's happened, but we need to come together. I said it before. We need to come together on whatever your belief is, but especially now, it's the last game of the season. We need to be behind that team. There's maybe 18,000 there Saturday. There'll be a lot coming back. You've got to chant for your life, because you've got to depend it on that life. You've got to make it like your life depends on it, because that 3 points is huge, and we've got to get behind them. I don't agree with getting behind them when they're not performing, but the minute they are and they need us, we carried them over the line against Barrow, carried them over the line against Walsall, absolutely, and even against Salford, dead rubber game at the time, got them over the line. They need us. We haven't been good enough at home. The players, that is. The atmosphere hasn't been great at home. But let's make it great on Saturday. Let's get behind them. They need us, and we need them, because we need playoffs. And let's make this season as good as it can be. And who knows what it could lead to be. But we need to make Valley Parade a fortress on Saturday, and hopefully we can extend a little bit of a good home run that we're going on with back-to-back home wins for the first time in ages. Let's try and make that 3 home wins in a row, and let's try and equal our best league winning one since Truman and Sellers, I think, when they won 5. I don't think we've won 5 league games in a row since then. So that's huge. Let's get behind them. Let's hope we can get the 3 points Saturday. What a great win last night. Unbelievable. I can't believe it, but you better believe it now. The playoffs incoming. Have a good one.